Hello, you gorgeous folk. How are you? Today I'm back at my desk and I'm talking about portals because I had a question from somebody and I didn't make a note of the name. I apologize about that, but they wanted to know what the emissaries thought about opening portals here on the earth. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So in Peaceful Rebellion in the channel, the Telegram channel, which if you would like to join, the link is down here, but you've got to be a nice person and you've got to only bring positive, happy messages to the channel. Yeah, no fear porn. So somebody on the channel said, hey, could you ask the emissaries what their thoughts are on opening portals to be able to go and visit other places? Rather, you know, especially when they do the nobody can travel. It'd be nice to be able to open a portal, wouldn't it? And just like, I'm going to just shoot off to the Bahamas if you don't mind. So I asked, and I've got no opinion on this, by the way. So I asked the emissaries about that. And what they said was that opening portals in this three-dimensional place in which we find ourselves is a challenge. They said, for us mere mortals, it's a big challenge to open what you would call a proper portal. They said that doesn't mean that they don't exist. They said portals exist all over this plane. And they said the issue is that most of them are locked down. Most of them are known and they are guarded and you can't get to them. Yeah. So, I mean, I was thinking about CERN and stuff like that, where they keep trying to open portals and that, and all of these round things that they keep stealing from these countries, creating a war, and then going and stealing all of the stuff that they have, all the portals and stuff. So they said it's a bit difficult, and it's difficult to actually get to a portal or use a portal. But they said, however, that's on the 3D level, but opening a portal and traveling on a higher dimension is much more accessible to us. And then what they made me think, because I said I haven't got an opinion on this, but of course I'm aware that what you can do, I mean, obviously you've probably all heard about remote viewing and how with remote viewing you can, which was used by the army. I mean, this is not, you know, the military complex train people up on remote viewing. It's not something that should be poo-pooed. And you can, with remote viewing, you can go to other places and see them. Okay, at what level? Well, that's something I'm going to talk about. But also, what I'm aware of is that in my line of work, which is helping people to go into hypnosis, in hypnosis, you can do the same thing. You can go into deep hypnosis and then you can leave your body and travel to other places. And I've done this, and I've done it with some people, and it's very interesting that they can go to other places and have what they perceive as very real experiences. Although they're not physical, they're not three-dimensional. They are on another plane, but they can be very real. And so remote viewing or traveling out of body experiences with hypnosis, and I mean lots of people have out of body experiences. People who are near death, they talk about out of body experiences. I think whenever there's a bit of, you know, we're feeling a bit weird, whoa, out of our body, and off we pop to go and see something else. Yeah. So we also have lucid dreaming and astral traveling, which, having experienced lucid dreaming, and probably astral traveling is the same thing, then you're in another world where you can go and see stuff. You can go specifically to see things. The emissaries then added this to it. They added this kind of disclaimer. And what they said was that with all of these things, we've got to be very careful about how much we believe what it is that we're seeing. What they said is that just like with the project Looking Glass, where they would look into the future and they would look at possible scenarios, and they would put in different scenarios and they would see different futures. Yeah. What they're saying is that when we do this kind of traveling, whether it be through hypnosis or remote view, when you do remote viewing, you're going into hypnosis, by the way. Everything where you go into an altered state is hypnosis. They're saying that you can bring with you the energy that you have at the time, the energy of the situation at the time, and also preconceptions of what you expect. And that obviously is something, trying to get yourself out of the picture is a big challenge. But what they're saying is that because of that, your energy influences what it is that you see. Just like in the Project Looking Glass, we want to do this, and the energy of doing this showed them a different future. And so what they're saying is whenever you project yourself into another place in this kind of thing that you're doing, you must take everything with a pinch of salt. And all that we're saying that for, I mean, it's a beautiful experience. It's really interesting. I might actually do a few examples of that and put them on the channel and see, who might fancy doing an out-of-body traveling around to places. But you got to take it with a pinch of salt, and it's very beautiful. But don't start going and looking for the lottery numbers and then putting them on based on what you saw in an out-of-body experience, because that isn't the kind of, it's almost like it's an astral plane, and in the astral plane you get distortions of reality. You don't get reality. You kind of get an altered reality. We're always talking about the different, I am, different timelines and how things vary. Well, it's the same principle. However, it's very doable. In fact, if you wanted to do it on your own, then all you need to do is just Google how to do self-hypnosis. I think I've done some videos on it a long time ago. Put yourself into a nice trance and then leave your body and go traveling. You'll be amazed where you can go and what you can see. People go off to other planets. They go. Basically, when we do past life regression, when we do in between lives, when we do higher self work, that's exactly what you're doing. You're going off to another place, and it's your etherical body. It's not you. It's your energetic body, but it's very doable, very interesting. So that's the emissary's view on portals. You can make your own. Don't try and find one. If you want to make a proper one, it might be a bit of a challenge, but hey, if you find out, let me know so I can do it as well. But in the meantime, we can do it ourselves through leaving our body and having these out-of-body experiences whilst we're in deep hypnosis. I love you all, and I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.